Hey everybody, welcome back to Diving into Mobility with Dillon. We're going to start bringing on some of our team to discuss some quick use cases. We've got Steve Barket with us today, so we're going to make this one short and sweet so that all you LinkedIn, YouTube listeners don't want to scroll past us too fast. We just want to start bringing to y'all's attention some deals that we're working on or projects that have been completed in the last few months. I'm having our sales team dig into what's your favorite project? What's been your favorite device that you've utilized? Did we deploy it only? Did we do an install? So brought Steve on, who is in charge of all of our enterprise sales in the East and also handles a lot of our OEM and vendor partnerships. Steve, give yourself a quick elevator speech of who you are, what you do, and then give us the customer background, the use case, and what we did for that customer.
Thanks, Dillon. You probably already know me, at least on the East Coast, maybe in the upper Midwest. I spent 30 years at Verizon, and I met my wife at headquarters in New Jersey, so I bleed Verizon red. I've had a great history there, a great run. I finished my last 2 years there with the FWA team. I stood that up with Mark Custodio, now Ben Hung and his team. I've got some background and a soft spot on the FWA piece as well. That's enough about me.
Steve and I joined CTS Mobility at the same time, same day, and here we are almost 2 years later. This has also been one of my favorite use cases. It's one of our fantastic partners, InHand Networks, and one of their devices. I'll let Steve elaborate on who the customer was, what we did for them, what unit was used, and where it was installed.
Yeah, thanks, Dillon. The customer out of Connecticut, they manage and own a lot of cell sites across the country, coast to coast. So they've got several thousand. What they were solving for was they had cell phones for their employees, but they wanted to literally give them a mobile office. I'll give a shout out to Kyle Ramos and the FWA team and the CP team as well. What we decided for them was an InHand. We worked with a third party that does a lot of their construction, a lot of their heavy lift, to put an anti-shock cradle under the driver's seats of all 4,000 of their trucks. All their trucks, coast to coast, currently have a Verizon connected InHand CR202, which allows their employees, when they get to point A or that cell site or what have you, to do real-time statistics, real-time checking back into the office, making their vehicle truly a mobile office. This has solved a major dilemma and hurdle for them.
Isn't that crazy that another connectivity provider is utilizing Verizon?
I think that's the great story here. They're working on a mix of plans, a basic plan, but something that when they knew what the usage was going to look like. Again, I'll give shout out to the Verizon team for getting creative on a plan. We put together an offer where it comes across our plate a lot, where we get asked to put the square in the circle hole and say, here's what the customer is faced with. And we come up with solutions day in and day out. Why wouldn't they do this? We're here to help you. We're here to get deals over the goal line. The earlier we can get brought into that conversation, we've got almost 20,000 logos, all as a Verizon Elite partner that we've done work with. If we can tell you a peek under the hood on what we've done in the past and what's worked, it broadens your conversation, gives you instantaneously that person at the table where they're going to respect and ask you moving forward. We're here to help you win deals.
I don't think a lot of people realize that we're the largest enterprise partner in the Verizon space. When I start chiming off logos that we work with, even in the mid-market space, people are like, are you for real? You guys do that? I'm like, yeah, look at every single one of these stores and you'll see one of our pieces of equipment or one of our technicians put that up there. Now, just a quick, I know we haven't really utilized this connection, but you can go into just that backup connection that we also put into these and how we utilize that for a lot of our devices.
Yeah, and you're referring to secondary SIM, right? Yep. So what we did for Charter was we put a second SIM in their devices. That second SIM has the capability to connect to all 30 North American carriers. So those trucks, when they're out in the field, they're going to connect through Verizon. If there's a problem connecting through Verizon, it's going to pivot to that second SIM.
Yep.
One of those 30 carriers are going to connect that device. The driver of the truck, we don't even need to know who that is. whatever carrier has the best signal at that location at that given time, it's going to connect through. So it does two
Emergency
things.
only. Our listeners out there, this isn't competing with Verizon in any sort of way. Simply a failover. Yep, a failover, if you would, to give these guys a backup. We don't want them being upset that their device failed. It creates a second path, a second connection. As soon as something goes down or a tower, they may even go into a storm area where they need to restore connectivity to Charter for homes, and here they go, they're connected.
Yeah, it gives them peace of mind. I start going into franchisees for restaurants that have 70 locations and know the Verizon network is perfect in 65 of those. It's a great ace card to play and know that we can bring that to the table and box everybody else out. Take us as an elite partner. It's a win for the customer as well.
And just like Steve reiterated right there, elite partners, we are classified as a Verizon Platinum Elite Partner, which means we activate and work exclusively with Verizon, and that is our first priority. Our first priority will always be to activate with you guys, help you win deals, make sure that we fit that square peg, round hole, or round peg, square hole, triangle, octagon, whatever you need. So next week, we'll bring on Ken Dransfield, who handles the East, but the mid-market space. So him and Steve work together there. But Steve, any last thoughts for these guys before we keep it nice, short, and sweet for them today?
I'll just say, Dillon, you alluded to it. I run point for CTS in the enterprise space from Maine to Florida, as far west as Ohio. So I've got the East Coast. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. I will fight like crazy to win any deal that you bring across my plate. I'm here to help you. I've lived it for 30 years. Dillon, I know you're alum from Verizon as well. We know what you're up against. We know some of the challenges you face. If we put a strategy together, we're going to grease the wheels for you and move these deals forward. I'm looking forward to winning and winning often. Thank you.
You got it, sir. As Steve says all the time, we're the game changers. So we'll make that happen. Thanks, Steve. We'll catch you next time, sir.
Thanks all.